Hello, friends. I wanted to try out Sentry's new mobile session replay, and I figured the best way to do that would be to just build an application that uses it. So I fired up Expo, had it create the scaffold of a React Native application. I took that and dropped it into Cursor, gave it a bunch of theme information, a bunch of content, what kind of application I'd want to build. And what came out was the application you see here. Simple learning to code application. It's like an education platform. I can come in, check out courses. I can even go in and generate new courses if I want. I also went in and set up Sentry against this, obviously. So I use a Sentry CLI, pointed at React Native inside of that directory, and had it go ahead and scaffold out my configurations. And so having this day zero when I'm shipping this application means right out of the gate, I'm capturing all the user experiences with my app. I understand if they're having errors, if they're having crashes. I can watch replays for them. I can see performance information like traces and spans. All that stuff is available day zero for me instead of trying to instrument it later. And setting it up was really, really easy. Building the application took me about 20 minutes and getting Sentry in was just 2. So getting it set up is very fast. I went in and added the additional configurations to set up mobile session replay. So I brought in the config here, and then I disabled a bunch of the masking. So you use masking usually to hide parts of the application that might have sensitive information. Since I'm just testing this out, I wanted to turn it off so I could see the full experience. I also changed the sample rates so that I would get replays for every user. So now anytime a user uses the application, it's sending a replay up. So all those are in place. And now when I go into Sentry and go into replays, I can see replays for every user interacting with the application. I'm going to go to this one that has an actual error happening against it. And I can hit play, and it's going to start showing me the actual user interactions against that application in a really native way. And so I'm actually seeing the real user interactions. And I can see everything happening in that app down here in this timeline view. And that directly maps to this breadcrumbs view over here, where I can see everything the user did in the app to get around. In this case, I can even see the error that happened during the flow. I can also see things like traces, errors here. I can see network information, console log information, just a ton of very fast to get context around the performance of this application, from errors all the way down to real performance. If I jump into this actual error, I can see things like where in the code this actual error is coming up at. I can see a focused in view of the actual replay itself. And then I get a ton of context information around the actual user and the device that's accessing it. So this combination of all this information is really designed to make it fast to solve issues for users and get things back up and running successfully. So again, really fast and easy to get started. We really want everyone to give this a try. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. Have a good one.